Anikinoya, Gray Indigenous, Makwa Indodem, Bawating Indonjaba, Mino Indida. Gray is what I'm called. I'm Bear Clan, and I was born in and currently live in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, also known as Bawating. I am Bay Mills Indian Community's cultural language educator, and I have this month's Anishinaabemowin Calendar for you. We do these videos so that you aren't just reading the words, but it's important to hear them as well, so that you can have better pronunciation. So this is May 2024, and this month is, sorry, one second. All right, there we go. Wabagwani Jesus. Wabagwani Jesus, flower moon. Wabagwani Jesus. So next we'll look at our calendar, but I wanted to go over the days of the week with you. There is another way of saying the days of the week as well, which is more about things that you do on those days, such as Sunday being prayer day, things like that. But I decided to go with simply the numbers way of saying the days of the week. So Monday is the first day, Ntamgijgud. Tuesday is second day, Nijogijgud. Wednesday is third day, Nswogijgud. Thursday is fourth day, Niwogijgud. Friday is fifth day, Nanogijgud. Saturday is sixth day, Ngudwaswogijgud. And Sunday is the seventh day, or Nijwaswogijgud. And this is simply using our words for first, second, third, things like that. The numbers in Anishinaabemowin are Bejik, Nij, Sway, Niwin, Nonin, and Gdwaswe, Nijwaswe. So you can see how that goes with these words. So this is our full calendar, Wabukweni Gizis, Flower Moon, May 2024. And we have those days of the week at the top there. First, I will just read through this full calendar, and then the following slides are going to have a little bit more explanation of words. So starting with May 1st, Opiche, or some people just say Piche. That's an American robin. Opiche. Majtada, let's start. Majtada. Misqueojibik, bloodroot. And that's kind of a flower if you didn't know. Abawasage, the sun warms things up. Nbukde, I am hungry. Yes. Gitchinoden, it is very windy. Boshkinjibukwan, that one's hard to say. Boshkinjibukwan. Sometimes if you're having trouble saying an Anishinaabemowin word, you can work backwards to forward. So guan, jibguan, shkinjibguan, boshkinjibguan. It kind of helps your brain understand those syllables. Zasakwa, there is heavy frost. Zasakwa. Gizis, the sun. Gizis. Gitebuk, marsh marigold. Gashe Gijagut, It is Mother's Day. Zigagawunj. That is a leek, a ramp, or an onion. This is another one of those words, and you can see how they both have that boshk, and they're kind of longer words, so I'll do that little trick. Gwani, bagwani, ka bagwani, bashka bagwani, and that means it blossoms. Nuka, that is a Canadian goose. Zeganakwat, there are storm clouds. Amik, beaver. Minokimi, it is late spring. Awanabisa, it is misty or sprinkling rain. Debikageesis is the moon. Namebegonin, that is a trout lily. Those are so beautiful. Some of my favorite spring flowers. Nadamoshin, help me. Mashabkize, there is a full moon. Gimawan, it is raining. Gimawan. Ngishkabagwe, I am thirsty. The Kaya, it is cool weather. Mkwen Magazok Gijagad. It is Memorial Day. Beneshi, bird. Zagate, the sun is peeking out. Ngichanendum, I am happy. And Gijita, here she finishes doing something. So now we'll go through, and the words that I could figure out how these words broke down and things like that, I will go more into depth and explain that to you. So if you're just interested in pronunciation, you can feel free to turn it off here, or if you would like a little more information about words, then keep watching. 1 second, I just gotta get a drink. Okay. Again, opiche or piche, American robin. Majtada, let's start. Ma is a word part that means start. Ta means that here she's doing something, and that da at the end means let's do it. So, majtada. Yeah, especially that da, you'll notice that at the end of words, and that means let's do something. If you've been at feast and heard wisaneda, that's what that means. Let's eat. Misqueojibik, that's our blood root. And these are literally named that because their roots, the sap of their roots is red. So Misqueo is blood and jibik is root. Misqueojibik. Abawasage, the sun warms things up. Abo is means warm, and asage, he or she shines or flashes. You might have also heard the word bidasage, or which is really Petoskey, like Petoskey, Michigan. Bidasage, Petoskey. That asage is shining. Mbakde, I'm hungry. Mbakde. That n at the end, we're making that say that I am. Just buckade is he or she is hungry. So buckade means I'm hungry. So that's I. Buck is lean or starved. And buckade can also mean that he or she is thin or skinny. One of my language teachers used to say that this is like, you can see my ribs, I'm so hungry. So, buckade. Yes, and you'll notice that NH, that just means that you're saying that E with a nasally sound. So it's not N, you're saying in a nasally way. That was something that I found hard to get used to because I feel like in English going like we make that same sound, but it's like dismissive instead of positive like it is in Anishinaabemowin. So is yes. Gichinoden. We've been having this a lot lately here in Ganojikaning and Bawating. Gichinoden, it is very windy. So Noden itself means it is windy, but Gichinoden, that is very windy. Giche means big or very, and Noden means that it is windy. So this is that one that I had a hard time pronouncing. I'm going to do that trick again. So Guan, Jibguan, Njibguan, Boshkin Jibguan, Boshkin Jibguan. That's a white trillium. Boshkin Jibguan. And that boshk is bursting or breaking open. The word for gun is boshkizagun, so that boshk is like bursting, popping open. Putting this together, I learned a little bit about trilliums. Apparently, they only flower after they're 10 years old, and they only produce one seed, and that seed is not spread by bees and things like that. It has a sticky substance that attracts ants to it, and the ants take that one seed and bring it down into the ground in their little ant hill or whatever, and that's how they're spread and how they grow. I thought that was super cool. Zosakwa, there's heavy frost. Gizis, the sun. And Gizis can also mean the moon or a month, such as Wabagwani Gizis. We're using that for a month because traditionally Anishinaabe people used the 13 months, the lunar cycle, to be the 13 months of our year. So, and then it can also mean the moon, but we also have that word for the moon as well, which we will see in a little bit. Ogitibug, marsh marigold, Ogitibug. Gashe Gijagut, it is Mother's Day. Gashe is mother, and Gijagut is day. Another word that I've heard a lot for mother is Namama, but I believe that is like, I'll say Gashe is like one of our much older words. So that's an older word for mother. Jagagwanj, that's a leek, a ramp, or an onion. Jagagwanj. So a jagag is a skunk, and wanj is a that pronunciation. Wanj is a bush. Obviously, onions have a very strong smell, so that explains why they're named after jagag. Another word you might see is bagoje jagagwanj for a leek. But I've also heard some people say that back when, these words were used, it wouldn't have been bagoje jagagwanj, which means wild leek, because that was just straight up our leek. our onions. So I decided to just say Zigagawunj, and that's the same for leek, ramp, and onion. But you might also see Bugoje Zigagawunj, and that would be talking about a leek and not necessarily like what we would think of as an onion. I'm going to do that trick again. Guani, Bagwani, Ka Bagwani, Bashka Bagwani, Bashka Bagwani, Bashka Bagwani. It blossoms. So Bashka Bagwani, you can see that Bashk again, that means to burst or break open. There's a lot of that in springtime. And then Abagwan is a word part indicating a flower. Naka, that is our wonderful Canadian goose. Naka. Saganakwat, there are storm clouds, so that word part zeg, it means fear. Zegaze means he or she is scared, so zeg, fear, and then anakwad is a cloud. Amik are beautiful little beavers. Amik. Minokimi, it is late spring. Minokimi. Mino means good, nice, or well. Ake means earth, and me is to have. So Minokimi, that's after everything has melted down and the earth is nice and soft, and we have good earth to use for our planting and growing and that second part of spring where things start to come to life. Awanabisa, it is misty or sprinkling rain. Awan is another weather term you could use, and that means it is foggy. Awanabisa, that bisa means raining, so that's how it becomes the word for misty, because usually when it's misty, it looks foggy. And this is our word for the moon, if we're trying to tell the difference between the two, I guess. Make it clear that we're talking about the moon. Debike Gizis. Debike means dark, and of course Gizis is the sun. Name Bogonin, trout lily. Name is sturgeon, and bug is a leaf. So if you see a lot of plant names have bug in them, that means leaf. I can think of like mosquito bug is Labrador or swamp tea leaves. Mosquito bug, it means medicine leaf. So Nadamoshin, help me, and that N at the end makes it a command. So you're telling someone or asking someone, help me. And Nadamo is to help him or her by going to his or her aid. Machobgize, there's a full moon. I'll have this in every calendar, so hopefully if you take anything away from this, you'll learn how to say there's a full moon. Repetition is very important when you're learning the language. That mish is another word part to represent big. And then abik is something like a rock, glass, metal, some kind of mineral. Machobgize. Gimawan means it is raining. Gimawan. Ingishkabakwe. I am thirsty. Ingishkabakwe. Dakaya, it is cool weather. Mekwen Magazok Gijagad. It is Memorial Day. That Mekwenim part, Mekwenim means to remember him or her. So that is how we say Memorial Day. We're remembering. It's a day of remembering people. Beneshi, a bird. Beneshi. There is also just Bene but that's more of like larger birds like raptors, birds of prey, things like that. Beneshi are our cute little birds. And so Bene versus Beneshi, that she and that nasally sound indicates that it's they call it diminutive, but it basically just means that it's tiny. Zagate, Zagate. The sun is peeking out. Zagate. That zog means to emerge or protrude. I believe we had words with zog in April's calendar as well, such as Ziigwan, like is a lake. And so that's emerging. That's like, at least our lakes are as far as the eye can see. And that's the same thing for the sun coming out. Zog, zagate, that ate means that it shines. So if you see, what's wawate, wawate is a word for the northern lights. So that shines as well, that ate sound. Ngichanendum, I am happy. Ngichanendum. So again, that N means we're talking about myself. Giche, again, is big or very much. And then nendum is thinking a certain way. So I am thinking in a, I guess you could say, big way. It's kind of just having that, describing having a good feeling. Giche nendum, I am happy. And then gijita, where he or she finishes doing something. We're done with our presentation, and we're done with the month by this point too. Gijita. Gij is to finish, and ta, he or she does something, just like machtada, right? Gijita. So miigwech, bazindamok. Miigwech to everyone for listening. Thank you. Check out our YouTube channel for more videos, for more calendar lessons, and also we have some special day lessons so far. And we also have a Facebook page called Bay Mills Language and Culture, which will share our resources as well, along with other things surrounding our community. So that currently is where you can find us. Again, thank you for listening. Have a great day.